It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect their weaknesses. That's what it takes to hit a high level at the quarterback for a long time, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
They face second down and 7. In motion, it's Waddle. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. Once again, it's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, Miami.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This opening drive, and here's third down. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. He's got his man, it's Hill. That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard line.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. From the pistol, here's Achane. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Third and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 7-3. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Washington now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That's taken in by Achane. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Play action. Tagovailoa. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Ikine. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Tua. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. That's over the middle, caught by Tyree.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw is Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Throwing is Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
So on fourth down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins go out to a 10-3 lead. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw, it's Herbert. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up third and short.
And he's not going to get there again. Same player, same result. No gain, and now it's fourth down.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, fourth down.
On fourth down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Deep to return is Malik Washington. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third and 5. Again, it's Tua. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now Herbert. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Third and a yard. We'll try to run for it with Harris. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Throwing now is Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On play action, it's Herbert. He runs with it. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Herbert to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
We've seen a trend throughout the league, Mike, where teams really like to throw the ball on 3rd and short because of their willingness to go for it on 4th down. Now, in this case, it backfires. You can't take that sack. Even if that ball falls incomplete, keep it 4th and 1. A lot more options on the table from a play caller standpoint.
Here's the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll motion the tight end Smith. Tua going to give it to Achane. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
So the 2 components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Oh, man, wide open is McConkey. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
That's on the guard, Zion Johnson. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those 2 things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Putting the tight end in motion. Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Conklin goes in motion. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Mike Williams. Touchdown, LA. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Aiken. He'll get about 2. Khalil Mack, multiple-time All-Pro there on the tackle. Second down and 8. Off play action, it's Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua now on 3rd down. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he will go all the way. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Sanders here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Dolphins go up by 7. It is now 17-10. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the zone read, here's Harris. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there, no gain.
Another run here with Harris. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Williams in motion. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
Herbert now on 1st down. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
To throw is Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the handoff, here's Harris running right. And he'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the 1st down. On play action, now Herbert. And that'll be batted down and incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
On 2nd down, a run with Harris. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Now it's Herbert. He'll try to run for it.
3rd and short, you think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Harris, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Herbert to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are able to cut it to 4, 17-13. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Washington now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Really nice job defensively. They were all over that from the jump. Initially, I thought he was going to break away and pick up something positive, but at the end of it all, he ended up going backwards.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Here's Tua now on 2nd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll run with H. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Herbert. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Dolphins offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. second down, here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. We're about ready now for the punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. And this will be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Herbert to throw on second down. That one complete to Johnston. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. One final throw before the break. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Davis now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Throwing on first down is Herbert. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
We're going to try to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So the hope is your 1 3rd down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run up the middle with Achane, and it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. Tua gonna throw. That's taken in by Achane. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. On 1st down, Herbert. And this ball's going to be incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A pass caught right side by Conklin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a play fake. Herbert. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
1st and 10. Now, Herbert. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
He connects with Disley.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers cut the deficit down to 1. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Washington now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. Second and 7. Off play action, it's Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Hill brought in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Tua. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to them quick. Get some blockers out in front. Let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Tua. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. He's going to keep it himself. He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Conklin goes in motion. To throw, it's Herbert. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Dolphins offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Play action. Tagovailoa. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
From the pistol, here's Achane. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll try and get there on the ground. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Hill brought in motion. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. Justin Aboigbe in there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Receiver in motion, headed left. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Tua now on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tua. Now he'll run. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's Achane. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Now Sanders on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Conklin goes in motion. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down, L.A.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Conklin goes in motion. Herbert to the air again. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Throwing again, Herbert. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Herbert to the air again. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll get this out wide. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And this one online, and it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Now Tua. To the outside. He's got Smith. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And now here comes the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The home team's offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Throwing now is Herbert. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
A give, and here comes Harris. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be second and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. Big play coming up. This is third down. Now Herbert again. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action now, Herbert. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Play action now. It's Herbert. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. This pressure is relentless. They get him again.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Once again, it's Achane. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. They'll drop to throw. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the 1st down. Now, Achane. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. To the outside, he's got Waddle. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Open man downfield is Conklin. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. You just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. 16-yard pickup on that one. And the Chargers have the 1st down. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just 1 more play. The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. Here's a shot toward the end zone. So a win here for the Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from SoFi.